We switch up to VR graphics. Actually, no, we'll leave them on the low end. That's what we'll do. So what we'll do is we will go to the Pimax and let's bring it up to medium. Apply that. It's now medium. Jump back into the sim. Leave the settings the same, we're on the low end. Okay, so we're on medium settings on the Crystal Light and low end settings on 2024, and straight away the medium has, yeah, you can see, you can read everything, so it needs to be on medium. It's no good running it on low. We can look around. Yeah, everything is more clear. I can read the gauges. Yeah, so it needs to be on. It's no good running it on low. It'll work smooth, but you're going to lose the clarity. Yeah. So let's take the flight around. I made a mess of the first flight. We better stop that. We can save it, but I'm not going to do it. Let's do another one and use that, or else we'll be crashing into that bridge. Okay, so we're up and we're off. Not sure what the FPS is on the screen, but things are running smooth. So medium settings on the Crystal Light, low end settings on 2024, and the 3080 10 gig VRAM can run it smooth. A lot better clarity. Just looking around at the gauges, can read them a lot better. They're not as what to say, fuzzy as they were on low end settings and the Crystal Light, and low end settings on the sim. So we'll try this time not to crash the helicopter into the bridge. So we'll come around here. Everything's still smooth. Again, it's going to pop in with things because we have a low train level of detail and object level of detail. Things are going to pop in front of us. There you go. Statue of Liberty. He's looking more detailed. We'll kick it around here, and I'd say the city will start, yep, popping in. There we go. That's just the low detail, what it does. We'll come over the fishing boat here. You can see more detail as well. But I think the thing is, you need to run it on medium. Low is not. Low will give you the ability to run the Crystal Light on a lower GPU, but you're losing a lot of the detail. Medium. 3080 is still running okay. Still running smooth. I think if we look here at the bridge, is there more detail on it? Little bit maybe. The streets, I'm not sure when the streets actually start to. I guess they never thought you're going to be flying this 10 foot off the ground. So you don't get to see the cars and everything. Unless when we push it to Ultra we're never going to get Ultra on the 3080, but maybe Ultra on the 7900 maybe. Hopefully. Or at least high end. Do a left over here where we went before. And try not to get too close to the buildings. But it's cool, you can push it through the skyscrapers. And push it down the streets as well. See New York, how it should be seen at street level. Different way of seeing the flight sim from just above the rooftop or above the car tops. Reminds me of like Spider-Man or something. We should be coming out onto... This is Central Park, isn't it? Or am I absolutely completely wrong? Have I been calling this Central Park and it's not? If any American ever watches and go, you idiot, that's not Central Park. I think it is, isn't it? You can see more detail here as well. Skim the treetops. I'll keep saying it and it'll probably annoy the crap out of you, but VR is the way to fly, I reckon. Keep my head not moving too much. It just gives you the whole feeling of flying. I take a ride up here, if I'm right, and bring it up over that building. And bring it up. Ooh, and down. Oh. We're stressing the helicopter. And down here. Over these, top of these, and out onto the river. I'll try and keep it. Yeah, there's more detail with the medium. I'm not sure. In the headset it's fine and running smooth. I don't know, I can't see the screen of course, so I'm not sure what the FPS in the screen is doing. Hopefully it's not stuttering or anything. And we will use this flight if I don't crash into the bridge again. So, just to recap, we're on medium on the Crystal Light. We're on low end on Flight Sim 2024, low end settings. I just set it to the default low end. And things are looking nice and running smooth in the headset. In VR for me. And looking around, we can see But when there, we can see the writing on it. We can see all the gauges. Okay, they're not like 100% clear, but I'm not sure why we've got no cars. I can't remember whether maybe the low end has turned the cars off. Possibly. But as I said, the water always seems to look good, no matter how low you have the settings of VR. And with this, the way it's working in 2024, I can try a test in 2020, but I don't think I have any need to go back to 2020 like I did before to actually use VR. I'd be quite happy to run it on this if I wasn't upgrading. There we go. Buildings pop in, yeah. That's a bit of an immersion killer. But I would be quite happy to run it on this if I hadn't been able to upgrade the graphics card to buy a new one. And no, I cannot afford to buy any 50, actually, I won't say any 50 series. I can't afford to buy any 5080s or 5090s because they're ridiculous here. 5090, you're talking the guts of 6,000 Australian dollars, and 5080, you're talking at least 2,500. No, this time, stay a bit further away from the bridge and don't crash it. Okay. Maybe we'll try going in here as well, just try and get the detail. Yeah. Slow it down and bring it in. But that ran really smooth in the headset. Not sure what it looks like on the screen, but what the FPS is doing, but it ran really smooth. I guess the next one we need to do is try... Okay. That's not the... So let's pause this and see. Okay, so settings and VR, and let's, excuse me, confirm. That's annoying, you have to keep confirming. Confirm, save. So it's medium VR, it's the default medium VR. I won't annoy you with showing you all the settings on VR because it's the default one. I haven't tweaked anything at all. Let's just go into VR, switch it to the default one. So if you want to know what it is, you can just go in and look at the default one. I haven't touched anything. But I think the terrain level of detail is probably doubled. I think it doubles every time. Right, so let's use the recording and see. Oh, let's turn this around. Oh, okay. We're off on our trip with the medium settings. I can sit back and relax. Can I move this up out of the way? Oh, you can, okay. You can't seem to get rid of that though. Rid of the mouse. Yeah. So, on the medium settings in the Pimax and the medium settings in the sim VR. Straight away you can see, you can read everything. We can go in here and we can read all the little numbers on there. We can see all the clocks. You see the compass is clear there. Okay. Look around all the helicopter. This time we shouldn't get popping in, objects popping in. They should be there. I see those little boys are there. They're not actually. Okay, we're getting a few. Okay. Made a liar out of me. Still popping in. What does she look like now? The quality? That's pretty good. Ooh, okay. Okay, the terrain is still popping in. So, medium on both the Crystal Light and 2024 with the 3080. Now, if I move my head, it's not too bad. We're not getting any shuddering effect or anything. Can we actually see detail on this boat when we pass? We actually can. Cool, you can see. So hopefully the screen is showing. I'm not sure what the FPS is going to be, but the sim is smooth. And the flight experience is good. Now, will we dip FPS when we get here? I won't know. Oh, okay. Alright, so now, as you get in here, that was a bit of a, I don't know what you'd call it. Sort of sped up there. Now I can see. So medium and medium, I would say, is the limit of the 3080 and the Crystal Light. Because, yeah, I think it's actually we're stepped over the limit. Because we're getting judders and yeah, it's sort of speeding up, slowing down. I'm not going to test it on low on the Crystal Light and medium on the sim because you're losing the clarity and nobody would ever fly it like that. So I'm beginning to think halfway through this flight that the sweet spot for the 3080 and Crystal Light in 2024 would be medium and low end. Low end in the sim, medium, set it to medium on Crystal Light, low end in the sim. Seems to fly, you seem to get. Only issue you're going to have is you're going to have objects popping in because it's the lower end of terrain level of detail and the lower end of object level of detail, so it's going to be popping in on front of you. But the sim will fly smooth. Having said that, it's settled down here again and it's flying okay. Possibly if I don't move my head around too much and start looking around. Like we're looking up. Pretty cool up onto the Empire State Building. You look to the left, yeah, you're getting a bit of that sort of But again, I can see the clocks. I can see everything. See the GPS down there. I think the medium and medium of both the Crystal Light and the Sim 2024 is the max you're going to get, that you can expect without stepping it up to another next level GPU. Like you can see detail, more detail here, I think. In Central Park, you can see more. Again, we're getting objects loading in every now and again. I have a feeling when I switch it to I switch to high, I don't think we're gonna run. Not gonna run VR with medium on the Crystal Light and high on the Sim settings, I don't think. Come around here again. A lot more relaxing being on autopilot and sitting. This is what VR was made for. Up and over and down. And down again. But I hope that the recording shows somewhat of what smoothness and detail there is. It seems to have settled down. It's not juddering slow, fast. I reckon you could get away with medium on both of them. Again, you're watching the FPS. I can't see it. It's on. There we go. We get the loading in again. We're getting loading in on buildings. You see the windows. But in reality, I suppose if you got a Pimax Light, you want to have a good high quality. You don't want the little stutters and things, micro stutters. And to be honest, it's just relaxing to sit in here and just look out in the city. Even if some of the roads are a bit wonky. I think Asobo and Microsoft need to take a helicopter and fly at this level and actually go, oh, okay, that looks a bit wonky, alright. That doesn't look all that good. I haven't said that. Maybe it's because it's on medium. We'll see what we can get out of 7900. Unfortunately, we'll never get near what the 5090, I think what Two-Tone Murphy had, like the last time I watched his. He wasn't in VR, he was just on the TV, but not the TV, he was on the flat screen. Well, his 5090 in the cockpit was as real as I have seen it. re-looking. But I must admit, there's nice detail. You get something like the park there and everything looks nice. And then you come along and it looks like it's bombed out. Well, it'll be interesting when I put in the 7900 what that, so when I take the first couple of flights, what that's going to be like. Who knows, maybe it might be the same but just a bit smoother. I don't know whether I didn't notice any more loading in of objects. Oh, I noticed we were speed up there a bit, but okay, that looks like it's going on fast motion there. And come in on the landing here. So you can see all the gauges and everything. As I come in here on the final, on the landing, this has been, hey, okay, low RPM. Okay. This has been medium on the Crystal Light and medium. Where's my mouse gone? Can I grab that and bring it down? So let's stop that for now. Medium on the Crystal Light and medium on the settings in VR 2024. Do I even attempt to put it to high? We might as well see will it break it. Let's jump out here. We'll see, we'll switch it to high. Let's see, does it kill it? So, like all the other settings, we'll go in here, we'll leave all the other ones the same. Come down to global rendering quality. Switch it up. I don't know why I have to keep confirming this. Maybe because it's going to go you nuts. High end. Now, I save that and resume. I don't think we're going to be going too far. Now, I'm not sure what's on the screen, and I'm already seeing, yeah, even moving my head slowly, we're getting. Are we even going to get off here? I don't know. Are we even going to get off the ground? I'm not going to even bother using the recording. Let's just see can we get off, because I reckon if we just try it and actually no, let me use the recording again because we can come back. Okay, that's redone us. Oh, we're out. I should let it. Yes, I hear ya. Oh, let's see. Oh, that's not nice. That's not nice at all. I can see, yeah, but I can't move. Oh, that's Stutter City. The gauges and everything are way better. but I think you can see it's micro stutters. Nah, you couldn't fly this. No, you can see it in the water and everything. I'll let it go out and around the Statue of Liberty, but I think we'll go back to the landing. I think we have worked out. Oh, that's not nice at all. What does she look like? Does she look... Oh, my head. There's a lot of stuttering. Oh, no. No. This is not nice. You're not gonna fly it like this. No. I won't put anyone through any of that anymore. Let's get back and land back at the beginning. Can we stop that? And we'll stop that. Nah. I think... Okay. That proves it, even sitting here, yeah. It proves that it's pushed it to the limit. We aren't even near ultra though. We're not going to get near ultra. Medium on the Pimax Crystal with high end on 2024 pretty much is unflyable with the 3080. It's too much. Yeah, you're getting screen door effects, you're getting everything stuttering, so that's not going to work. So I guess that has shown us that probably low end on the Crystal Light and low end on 2024 will give you smooth, but clarity is not there. Medium on the Crystal Light and low end on 2024 will give you better clarity and still smoothness. Then if you're pushing it, if you go medium on the Crystal Light and medium on 2024 VR settings, you will get odd stutters on it. You get better clarity, odd stutters, and then if you try to go medium on the Crystal Light and high-end settings on 2024, it's not going to work on a 3080. I didn't expect it. I didn't even expect, I'll be honest with you, when I done the testing when I originally got it way back a few months ago, I couldn't even get the helicopter. It was pretty much unflyable in 2024. The 3080, I knew that when I bought it, that it was never going to run the Crystal Light. So that's that test. I might do one in 2020. I don't know whether I'll bother, because I reckon when I put the 7900 in XTX, we'll be able, I've proved we can fly in 2024, and we should be able to fly higher settings, I would hope. But as always, if anybody's got any questions, or just drop them in the comments below. I'll get back to you. And hopefully this has helped a few people out there who are wondering. Well, I've got a 30 series card. I was looking at a Crystal Light. Do you think it'll work? It'll work. You'll be able to experience the Crystal Light. You'll never be able to experience it the way it should be experienced with a 30 series. But you'll be able to fly in 2024 smooth on low settings if you can put up with the gauges and stuff not being the clearest, as you can see from this test. But we will leave it at that, and I'll chat to you later. And again, hopefully this has been some help to somebody.